The new Pokemon games are great, and I've been having a lot of fun with them. But, I mean, the game is kinda held together with just sticks and glue and not really anything else. Looking at all these exploits got me thinking, can you catch the 4 endgame legendaries before you even finish a single gym or challenge? Surely not, right? Around the game world you can find 32 black stakes, which correspond to 4 different shrines of the same colour. If you find all 8 stakes for one specific shrine, you can open it and fight the legendary inside. Now usually you would have to progress through the game to get the right upgrades for your motorbike dog to reach a lot of these stakes, but like I said, sticks and glue. We're going to skip all that and exploit our way through the game map instead. The purple stakes are all located around the starting town. Now you might think this would mean they're fairly easily accessible, but you would be dead wrong. To reach the first stake, we have to get to the top of this plateau, with some fairly steep hills. Usually, you would need either the better jump upgrade, or the climb upgrade to get up here, but we're working on a budget here. Usually, if Miraidon is trying to climb a hill, you'll slide right down to the bottom. However, if you face away from the hill and jump backwards, the physics engine won't drag you down as long as the incline isn't too steep. Using this exploit that we'll call the backwards long jump, or BLJ, we can scale the first part of the climb, do an easy jump over the stream, and again BLJ up to the summit, to find our first stake and a Gimmighoul for our troubles. Stake 2 is right beside the starting town and seems really easy to reach. Unfortunately though, we can't actually make this jump, so we have to go all the way around through East Mesa Goza to get to it. Stake 3 is at the top of this big spiral mountain. The path up is blocked by high steps that are clearly supposed to be impossible without the higher jump, but that won't stop us. It will definitely delay us though, since the jump is so tight and we're so underleveled that we can't even run away from fights. But it won't stop us. After trying and failing for over half an hour, it starts to rain. I don't know if this is what made the difference or not, but at that moment, while spamming B, I get a random additional jump while sliding down the wall that lets me scale the step and reach the third stake. Stakes 4 and 5 are very easy and pretty uneventful, just need to jump down a cliff for this one and walk across a field for the other. Stake 6 is just across this gap, which I easily clear in one jump. In 2 jumps. In a clean 3 jumps. That one doesn't count. Stake 6 is across this gap, which I easily clear in 32 jumps. Number 7 is right beside Artosa. I scout out the entire area and it looks like the only possible way up is this one incline, right beside this massive ravine. Good thing my track record with these jumps is so good that I don't even have to be worried about falling all the way down and having to trek all the way back just to try again. So yeah, this one takes me a while. Finally, oh my god. Okay, the final stake of the set, number 8. This one is the furthest away yet, since it's all the way on the other side of a large wall separating the top of the South Province and the bottom of the East Province. Because of some roadblocks set up by Team Star, the bastards, getting to the necessary point on the map seems impossible since there's no other way to progress to the area we need without upgrades. I decide to try a different approach and scout out the cliffs separating the provinces. I nearly give up and try to find another way around, but in the very last place I check I find a wall that has an incline that seems just about gentle enough to BLJ up. It takes a while to get it right, but I manage to scale up and reach the East Province and find a glitched item. I'm spamming A here, by the way. Who let this game through QA? Oh yeah, the final stake is here too. Alright, now that we've got all 8 stakes, we can head over to the shrine. Since the legendary inside is level 60 and we can't use any high level Pokemon because we have no badges, we have to be very clever about how we want to go about catching the fucker. After a lot of prep, scrounging items off the ground and imprisoning some of the local wildlife, I enter the battle with a Litleo that knows Will-O-Wisp, 2 Fletchinder, and a lot of Ultra Balls and Revives. My plan is to save before the fight, reset until it misses a move on Litleo, and then use Will-O-Wisp to burn it to slowly chip away its health. This takes several resets since for some reason my Litleo has the world's least accurate Will-O-Wisp, 85% my ass, but it finally gets burned. It knows Giga Drain, so in order to prevent it from recovering more health than it's losing from the burn, I only swap between two Fletchenders which have low HP that I keep spamming revives on. I do this until its health drops into the red, and then I start chucking balls until finally, just before I run out of revives, it stays in the ball. That's 1 down, 3 to go. Alright, on to the next batch. These are all located on the southeastern parts of the map, and here's where things get a little bit silly. For this first stake, we have to cross this river. It's too deep to swim through and too wide to jump, so how does this not end the run? Well, as it turns out, for some reason the game cares a whole lot about making sure the player character is right behind their Pokemon when battling. So what would happen if we start a battle with a Pokemon on the other side of the river? In typical Scarlet and Violet fashion, we are teleported instantly across, of course. This is called Pokemon warping. I posted this one on Twitter, really popped off there by the way. And then it's a short ride up the mountain and we've got our first yellow stake. Okay, rapid fire round since the yellow stake seems to be the easiest of the bunch. Stake 2 is a simple set of BLJs up the hill next to the first stake. It's the highest one we've done so far, but it's not particularly steep, so it doesn't pose much of a problem. Stake 3 is just behind the water gym, just sitting there in plain sight for 2,000 years. Don't think about that one too hard. Stake 4 is just a walk, skip and a jump down this large pit in the ground. Good thing we can fast travel out or we'd be kinda fucked. Stake 5 again doesn't need any exploits, just take a leisurely drive on your sentient bike north of Alfrenada and drop down this cliff. Stake 6 is, ignore the lighting glitch, don't worry about it, is just through this tunnel outside the bug town, you really can't miss it. And the 7th stake is just another easy jump down beside a waterfall near Alfrenada. Last but not least, number 8. It takes a little bit of tech skill, requiring you to scale these cliffs to reach it. It take a long time trying to see where it is exactly, since it's a bit hard to spot and seems to be fairly well hidden. Oh, there it is! While failing to BLJ up to it, I accidentally start a battle that teleports me up the cliff, something I didn't know was possible. Apparently, warping lets you jump horizontal distance as well as vertical. We'll pocket that trick for later, it might come in handy. Much easier than the purple set, we've got all 8 yellow stakes now, so let's catch ourselves a sword cat. Same strategy as last time, except this time we have an actual Pokemon with an actual HP stat, so we don't have to worry about reviving baby birds every other turn for 20 minutes. I reset until I get a burn with Litleo, and then just send out Wo-Shen. It obviously won't listen to me yet, so I just let the cat burn to death while throwing Ultra Balls and healing up the big man, until finally, on our very last Ultra Ball, we get the catch. Damn, things have been going pretty well for us so far. I can only imagine things will continue to be this easy going forward, with absolutely no problems arising. The green stakes are all found on the north of the map, mostly around Casaroya Lake. We find the first green stake in this cavern, on top of a pillar. It's too raised to jump up and the walls are too steep to climb without the upgrade. I was ready to call it quits on this stake, but then I spot the solution. Directly above the pillar is an opening I might be able to drop down from. I head over to the Asado Desert and BLJ up the wall, and find the hole in the ground that matches the hole I saw from below most closely. I can't point the camera low enough to see the stake in the hole, so I take a leap of faith and land right beside it. That's the first one down. Stake 2 is right beside the first, just down a cliff outside the cavern. Stake 3 is a bit of a trek. I naively try heading straight towards it, but realise it's way higher up than I thought. So I go around the other side of the river and find out it's even higher than I thought. I realise I have to go all the way up Glaciado Mountain and drop down. On my way, I meet my old nemesis, running water. Luckily there was a Psyduck on the other side, so I Pokemon Warp over there and I'm on my way. I just follow the stream down and I grab the third stake. Stake 4 is sitting on a small plateau southwest of Casaroya Lake. Probably the toughest BLJ climb yet, and it doesn't help that Pokemon keep spawning to interrupt the climb. Good thing I can regularly clear out all the wild spawns in the area by starting a picnic, which as everyone knows are in fact lethal to all Pokemon in a 10 meter radius. I eventually reach the top after more time than I would have preferred, and claim the 4th stake. Stake number 5 is all the way on the other side of the lake, on top of this outcropping. At first it looked like there would be any number of ways to reach the top, but each one I tried ended up failing me. Even when it looked like the slope would be gentle enough to scale, or when I could get just barely out of reach of the top, I ended up empty-handed. I was convinced the solution was in this formation here, which looks just so perfect for what I was trying to do, but no matter how many times I tried, I just couldn't get it. On probably my 100th try, I land back on the ground and notice the ruins beside the hill. Not confident, but out of options, I just about get on top of the elevated wall, and from there, reach a part of the hill I hadn't been to yet. From there, it takes a while, but I just barely get the right angle and timing to reach the top. That's 5 down now, and they're getting harder. Number 6 is all the way on the western tip of Glaciado Mountain, and it's a bit of a nightmare to reach. I try heading straight there, but run into a very large stream. Like we've established, I'm like a vampire. I can't cross running water, and the stream on the other side is also very wide. I tried for a while to target a Pokemon across either stream, but they're too wide to warp across, so I'll have to find another way around. I jump down the stream on the east side of the mountain and start following the trail back up from there. Again, you can kind of tell you're not supposed to be able to make this climb without upgrades, but also it almost feels like inclines like this one were put here on purpose, because after a bit more backwards long jumping, we're on our way up and grab the 6th stake. Number 7 and 8 are very easy to spot. They're right over this hill in the center of this lake. Hello, it's me again. Animated Luck. Fuck. Animated Luck, here to bring you some bad news. We can't get these stakes. They're in the middle of the lake, and we can't swim or make that jump. Okay, so I guess technically the answer to the question, can we catch all 4 legendaries, is no. But we still have all the blue stakes to collect. The dream isn't dead yet. The first stake is located right outside of Levincia, on a large rock beside the lighthouse. But... hello! Hi again! How are you doing? It's been a while. Here again to deliver some bad news. We can't do this one either. Technically, there is a glitch in the unpatched 1.0.0 version of the game called menu storage, which lets you walk around with a menu open. Using this, you can save in midair, and doing so allows you to jump up to higher areas when you reload the game. Using this and a Pokemon warp, this would allow us to reach the stake. Unfortunately, I'm on version 1.0.1 and the glitch has been patched, but shout out to Yihamaki, who reached out to me on Discord and let me use their footage. And yes, I know what you're thinking, but don't go anywhere. We might not be able to finish this set on this save, but let's see how many blue stakes we can get. I mean, we can probably get the other 7, right? Okay, stake 2. This one's fun! We have to get to the area at the top northeast of the map for this. You can't even get there usually without upgrades. Isn't that fun? Don't you feel engaged? Like you'll continue watching the video? Once we BLJ up this cliff to reach this lake area, we can... Hey! Don't click away. Keep watching. Pay attention. From this lake, we have to scale these steps, but they're too steep to BLJ. Trust me, I tried for an hour. Close to giving up, I see a haunch crow watching me from above, and I get an idea. It hops just about into battle range, and I warp up the step. Then it's just another BLJ up to the location of the 2nd blue stake. See? It's going great! Conveniently, the 3rd stake is right beside the 2nd, just at the top of this... Oh, but maybe I can just BL... What about if I go around? Oh, for fuck! Stakes 4, 5 and 6 are all found around the base of Glaciado Mountain, so we just need to fast travel to the peak and jump our way down 3 times. Once to Tag Tree Thicket, then to the very north, and finally to the very south of the mountain. Nothing too complicated, and no exploits needed either, they're just sitting there in plain sight. Number 7 is right beside this fast travel point in North Province, Area 1, just a very easy BLJ up this incline. Finally, the last stake, number 8. I'm, how do I say this? Hello, hi, me again. I think you know where this is going. We, funny story. Also, can't do this one. Number 8 is hidden away at the very northeast of the map, and either requires the climb upgrade, or beating the final, strongest team star fight, of which we can do neither. I tried scaling this cliff face and warping up, but I had no luck. And there you have it. We were able to get 27 of the stakes and 2 of the legendaries, with one more stake being possible in an earlier patch. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like or subscribing if you feel like it. I'll be trying to upload once a week for all of 2023, so stay tuned. Thanks again, and I'll see y'all next time.